Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, May 7th. I'm about to leave Walmart now. My whole day kind of got a little bit messed up, and it was going really good. Woke up, started editing, did that, was able to do my laundry this morning. Everything was going really, really cool. Like, plan was get a haircut, which I did. As you can see, your boy looks clean. I look good today. I look good every day, but definitely better when I get a haircut. So got that taken care of. But what really pissed me off, to be honest with you, was I'm trying to pay my rent, and my place makes it so difficult to pay rent because I used to just pay with a money order and be fine with that. But now they want you to pay online because it's more convenient. Yeah, come to find out, you pay online, I now have to pay an extra $50 just to pay my rent online. Which I was like, why am I paying an extra $50 for a change that I didn't want? I was fine doing the money orders, but no. So now I have to come to Walmart to pay my rent. And I pray to God and hope everything went fine, because I swear if they call me on some, hey, your rent is late or you didn't pay this or that, I'm gonna flip out, bro. I'm gonna flip out. So because of that, it's 2 o'clock, I'm supposed to already be at the gym. I got my hair cut at 12:30. I'm supposed to already be at the gym, but because of that, I had to run around. I had to go grab money. I had to get money from Trey. I had to come here. You gotta wait in line. I was supposed to be at the gym already. And because there's some other things I want to do, I still gotta cook for today. I still got some reading that I would like to do and stuff like that. I'm actually not gonna go to the gym. I'm still gonna do my exercise. So today I typically just stretch. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just stretch at home, cause I don't really use any of the gym equipment to stretch. I don't. I just do my own thing. Aside from the pull-up bar where I could just hang, so that'd be the one stretch that I can't do. And I figure at least it'll save me some time, so I could just do my stretches in my room. And then when I'm done with that, I could just go and cook and take care of any other business I was supposed to take care of. But other than that, it's been a pretty good day, just in terms of being productive and productivity-wise. It's been pretty solid. So I guess the whole rent thing is the one thing that really just pissed me off and got me a little annoyed. And I'm also just not pleased with the apartment I live in. Everything is really just trash, you know? It was cool in the beginning because it was all new, but then you realize oh, okay, actually this is just a piece of crap that I'm being overcharged for. So it is what it is. It's where I live now. Hopefully within the next couple of months we'll end up moving once the lease is up, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So all I'm really gonna do now is just stretch and then go about my day. Like I said earlier, I went to the barber today and I got a haircut. And I like my barber because, we be talking and stuff like that. He's a really cool dude, older gentleman. He also, not too old. I don't want to make him sound like he's ancient. And he's a businessman. He got a bunch of different businesses and stuff like that. Not just a barber shop. He owns more than one barber shop. Apparently he owns a juice bar, and he owns a decent amount of stuff. And he told me something today that I was like, damn. And I was asking him just about business and kind of just picking his brain, what's the hardest thing and stuff like that. And he was managing people typically is the hardest, but he was also just talking about too is you got to show up every single day. About being in business and having your own business is you have to show up every single day. Even when you don't want to, you have to be there no matter what. Holidays, he said, unless it is a scheduled vacation he got with his family, he's there. Kid's birthday, he's there. You don't feel well, he's there. He's there all the time, every day. And he was people rely on you to be there. When you have a business, and he was talking about his business, he was people rely on me to be here from 8 to 6, And the day I'm not there is the day that maybe somebody might come in and might really need you. He was the day you don't go to work or the day you're not there might be the day when that one person can come and change your whole business around, turn everything around. And I was like, damn, man. And he's 100% true. the one day that you choose like not to post, or the one day that you choose not to work out, or the one day that you choose not to go to work might be the day that'll change your life. That might be the post that could go blow up and have millions of views. That might be the day at work where that you might meet somebody that can put you in a position to where you either can elevate or climb up the ladder, or maybe even change careers if that's what you want. You know, it's crazy. The day you don't go to work could be the day you meet your soulmate. Like, you really don't know. Like, you anything could happen. So it's like the one day you don't show up could be the day that everything changed, but everything will stay the same for you. Why? Because you chose not to show up. But I really just like that ideology, and I try to use that and apply it to my life, because like I guess I semi got a business with and I should start looking at it more with as a business, as like the podcast. But I look at it everyday life as like, yo, you have to show up every single day, even when you don't want to. So even when I don't want to go to the gym, I have to show up. I have to go. Or I have to at least work out. I know today I'm not going to the gym, but I'm still at least doing my workout that I would do at the gym. So it's like, when you don't want to work out, you still got to work out. When you don't want to edit, you still got to edit. When you don't want to go to work, you still need to go to work. You have to show up. Every single day, you have to show up. When you don't want to read, you read. When you don't want to stick to that diet and stick to your diet and count your macros, you still do it. Each and every day, you have to continually show up, because the day you don't show up is the day that everything could possibly change for you, and you would never know. The day you don't show up could be the day that, you know, you lose everything. You might lose a customer. You never know. You don't show up, but someone else, and he used this analogy, is like, you know, the day you don't show up, a customer might come in looking for a haircut, and you're not there, and they might have really needed that haircut for a funeral or something, but now they're not there. But because you're not there, that customer, you might lose out on him. He might not deem you as reliable. And I was like, damn, you know what's crazy? The reason why I go to him is because the other barber I had in town didn't show up. Literally, there were times, and this happened more than once, because I understand, like, things happen. Like, some people will get sick. Like, things happen where you don't show up to work. But sure enough, more than once, on multiple occasions, I'd go there to get a haircut, and he just wouldn't be there. Just the shop would be closed. Just randomly. And this is not like I was showing up on a day that it was closed, because I show up on the same day. I get my haircuts every 2 weeks on Wednesday. The only time that changes is if I have no choice but to change it. But every 2 weeks I get my hair cut, and it's always on Wednesday. And I was showing up to this dude, and there were multiple Wednesdays where he just wasn't there. He'd be there for like 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden he won't be there, and then another like couple weeks he'll be consistent, then he won't be there. Then I come back, he won't be there again. So like, but it's messing me up, because I got work. Like, I got work tomorrow. So it's like, now I gotta go to work looking a little bummy. Not looking as sharp, not looking as presentable. So, and because of that, man, I just got sick of it. So one day I pulled up, he wasn't there, and I was like, yo, I gotta find another barber, because I can't keep doing this, man. He's messing me up, bro. So then that's how I ended up finding the barber that I'm at now. But that's how I was able to find the barber that I'm at now. And crazy enough, he's right, man. He's there every time, man, every time. And I ain't never had a barber that I had to make an appointment for, but it's cool because, like, if he ain't gonna be there, it shows me on the appointment thing. So, like, I don't have to, it shows me on the app that I used to make the appointment, so I don't gotta go all the way over there to get denied. I could just look and be like, oh, okay, he ain't gonna be there, but he might be there on the Tuesday. I could book the appointment for the day before or something like that. You know, that's convenience. That's what true convenience is, not what my apartment complex is doing. But I digress. I'm still a little salty about that, to be honest with you. But I did want to speak on the fact of what my barber said, because I think it's important. You do have to show up every day. And I was thinking, like, yo, how do I apply that to my life? Well, it's like, yo, and a lot of what I just said is like, well, the gym, I need to show up every day. Every day I have a planned workout. I need to go to the gym. I need to do that workout. If the workout can be done at home, then fair. Maybe I could do it at home, but it needs to be done, you know? So I thought about reading. It's like, yo, there are a lot of times I don't want to read, but I need to. And even if I don't want to do it, still do it anyway. Why? Just show up. Just show up, man. Just show up. I don't want to cook, and I don't want to continue to be on the diet that I'm on, but you have certain goals that you have in mind, and you know what it takes in order to reach said goals. So you do it anyway. You show up anyway. You go there and you cook anyway, even when you don't want to. You sit there and you eat rice and chicken or beef and rice or whatever. Even if you don't want to, you show up. When you go grocery shopping, you know what you're supposed to buy. You do not buy what you know that you're not supposed to consume. But it's just about showing up day in and day out. You have to show up, even when you don't want to. And essentially, that's how you're able to be successful. And crazy enough, to look at him, he has multiple businesses. And multiple, successful businesses. They're all, local, small businesses, but he has multiple of them, and they're all successful. Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs of them, but he just opened up a new one. So I was like, yo, there's no way you keep opening up new businesses if they're not successful. If they were trash, he wouldn't be opening up anything new. He just opened up another one. And I'm like, damn, just respecting the hustle, respecting the grind. And, he told me an analogy about his son, right? And he was like, his son also cuts hair, but his son is young. I think he's in high school. His son also cuts hair, but there are times when his son is like, listen, hey, I'm gonna go play basketball. I ain't gonna pull up to the shop today to work. I'm gonna go play basketball. And he was saying listen, I understand because you're young, but at the same time, know your priorities. Yeah, you can do that, but because you didn't show up that one day, you might lose a customer, Or crazy enough, you showed up that day, who's to say what customer would have walked in? It could have been somebody famous. It could have been somebody who had connections. They liked that you cut hair a certain way, and they put you on to somebody else, and now your whole life changed. But you would never know because you decided not to show up. You decided to play basketball. So it's know your priorities as well. Know what's important and prioritize what is important. And that's hard to do. It is. It's a struggle that I have every day. Even today, man, I'm over here. I want to play Madden so bad. I want to play college football so bad. But I'm like, you still got to do your stretches, right? So that's more important. You got to cook and meal prep for the next couple of days because you have work. Well, that's more important. You need to read because you have all these books that aren't finished. All right, well, that's more important. I might even have to edit one of these videos tonight or something like that because of the fact that I have work tomorrow. So that's more important. So there's a lot of things that are more important that have to be prioritized, and you just have to know your priorities. And not only do you have to know your priorities, but you actually have to show up. You got to do it. You have to do it. You have to show up. Because that's the only way things are gonna change. That's only if you truly want change. But you say you want change. That means you have to do what it takes in order for that change to take place. So that's it for my rant. It's time to go inside, do a whole bunch of things that I already told you that I needed to do. And I may or may not check in later. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not in the best mood. I'm really not. This whole rent thing really just kind of annoyed me. But things need to be done. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be cool. So.
Position flex, so they're not committing to where they expected to line up.
So, just got finished up reading. Pretty much done for the day. In terms of everything that I needed to get taken care of. It took me longer to take care of everything I wanted to. I ain't gonna lie, I did start procrastinating. I ended up getting a little bit too distracted on my phone, and because of that, probably wasted a good hour or so. I could have been done, but yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard to stay focused sometimes, and especially with the phone, man. Somebody texts me or I go check. I gotta delete Facebook. I have no other social media on my phone at the moment but Facebook, and I need to delete it because I go on Facebook and all of a sudden, I like comedy. I think Nate Jackson is pretty funny. I think Ari Spears is pretty funny, and those are like the two people that I see a lot on Facebook. Maybe that's just my algorithm, but I just find them hilarious, so I can get lost in their videos for like hours if I really wanted to. But I probably wasted like a good hour, and then I was like, all right, let me like actually get back to doing work. So I'm pleased. Everything that I needed to take care of, I was able to take care of. I was a little bit angry earlier, but I'm cool now. And I really got no complaints. So really for the rest of the day, I'm really just going to be chilling. Trey might be using the computer. If he isn't, then I'll edit. If he is, then I actually might just play a little bit of college football. A part of me actually thought of like not finishing everything that I needed to take care of today. But then I thought about what I was saying earlier, and I was like, how am I like preaching all this and being like, damn, my barber gave some really good advice, and then I don't take it. At least if I'm not going to take it, let me wait a couple days. Like, don't let me like preach about it and then after that in the same video not take that advice. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Nah, but I liked his advice. You got to show up. You have to show up. So even though you procrastinate a little bit, you still got to show up, you know. And I definitely procrastinated for some time, but at the end of the day, I was able to take care of everything. At the end of the day, all of my priorities were taken care of, and at this point, everything else is extra. So I can't complain. Another productive day in the books, another successful day in the books. I'm blessed and I'm thankful. I thank you, Jesus. I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in, and I'm grateful. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you, Brody. I love you, man. Keep your head up. Keep pushing. Peace.